Welcome to Sideline Sports, where we give you an up-close and personal look at the teams, coaches, and athletes that make up the Columbia Basin. Here's your host, Jeff Slakey.
On the show this week, Ephrata makes a statement in the game against Ellensburg. A Quincy runner places high in the annual home meet. Royal football 30-0. Success breeds success. And in the game of the week, it's Ephrata at Othello in football.
This portion of Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Allstead Real Estate, a name you can trust. Last week, Coach Jay Mills told his team they'd make a statement on their home field. They did just that.
It was a big game for the Ephrata Tigers Friday night, looking to stay undefeated against the always tough Ellensburg Bulldogs. The Tigers jumped out to a hot start, scoring 21 unanswered points in the first quarter. After a Bulldog touchdown to start the second, Ephrata would find the end zone two more times, taking a 35-7 lead into halftime. Ellensburg would add one more score in the fourth quarter, but it was the Tigers holding on for the 35-14 victory. Zach Berryman was the player of the game for the Tigers, throwing over 300 yards with 2 touchdown passes, while also rushing for 3 scores. Ephrata will go for 5-0 when they travel to Othello next Friday. For i5-1 Sports, I'm Sean Wells.
Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Cheryl Konos Farmers Insurance is your local one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, and farm and ranch, Cheryl and Farmers are here for you. She'll work to put together a package that fits your needs no matter how big or small. She's right here in Ephrata. Please stop by for a free quote at 858 Basin Street Southwest or call 509-754-2550.
Quincy hosted their annual home cross-country meet, and a couple of athletes stepped up to do their school proud.
It was an overcast day in Quincy for the CWAC 3-mile race involving Quincy, Ephrata, and Ellensburg. The girls started the meet with the top runners fighting for position. Second in the girls' race was sophomore Bryn Heikes, who clocked in under 20 minutes and was excited for her and her teammates.
I don't know. Friends with freshman, she just did awesome. So I'm super proud of her right now. And this is a cool run, so.
Ellensburg won the race with a score of 27, followed by Ephrata with 45 and Quincy with 56. After the girls, the men raced, with the top runners quickly separating themselves from the rest of the pack. Ellensburg boasts one of the best runners in the conference, Dominic Mathias. Quincy runner Gonzalo Beretta refused to let him get far away, coming in second by only 10 seconds and finishing in under 17 minutes. After the race, Beretta was happy with his performance but expects better of himself moving forward.
It was a good race. Didn't go as well as I wanted it to, but can't complain. It's the beginning of the season.
The men's race echoed the women's race, with Ellensburg coming in first, followed by Ephrata and then Quincy. I'm Adam Chikoski for i5-1 Sports.
This portion of Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Pillar Rock Grill, the best brunch in Moses Lake. After winning 30 straight games, Royals athletic director and head coach talk about their success.
Royal City Knights just won their 30th consecutive game, going undefeated for 2 straight seasons and starting this season 3-0. Amongst this incredible accomplishment, Royal City High School Athletic Director Matt Tate expresses his feelings on the athletics in the local area.
The incredible community support for athletics, the district support for athletics is really a blessing in a time where we find budgets are being cut for athletic programs for our kids, and athletics are kind of the things that keeps kids in school.
As unbelievable as going undefeated in back-to-back seasons sounds, it's something that Coach Willie Allred has accomplished before in the mid-2000s. To Coach Allred, a win is another day at the office, but his past success helped build the program to what we know today.
We really don't think about, as far as this team goes, because they had very little to do with 2 years ago. I think it has a lot to do with the success. I think that success can breed success. It also can breed complacency, a lot of things that you don't want. The examples the seniors set 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 10 years ago, I think it's been ongoing here, and some years better than others. But the last few we've got, I think the culture's good. The feelings they have towards each other are good.
The Knights look to extend their winning streak this Friday when they host College Place. Circle October 13th on your calendar for the state championship rematch in Royal City against Connell. This is Adam Chikoski from i5-1 Sports.
Scores to pass along in football: Eastmont 21, Moses Lake 38, Wenatchee 7, Sunnyside 40, and Warden 3, Connell 17. In soccer, Davis 2, Moses Lake 3, Sunnyside 0, Wenatchee 8, Ephrata 8, Prosser 1. In volleyball, Moses Lake over Davis 3-1, Grandview 0, Quincy 3, and Ephrata 3, Grandview 2. Our game of the week, Ephrata football at Othello. After knocking off the reigning conference champs in a big way, Ephrata is unrecognizable from last season, posting a 1-9 record. Fueled by an explosive offense, the Tigers look poised to make a run at the conference, but they first need to go through Othello. Last season's conference runner-ups look back to form behind their stoic defense that forced several turnovers against Prosser and shut Quincy out. It's offense versus defense, and the winner may very well take the conference. Upcoming games on the schedule: Eisenhower at Moses Lake, Post Falls at Wenatchee, and Quincy at Wapato. In soccer, Toppenish at Ephrata, Othello at Prosser, and Moses Lake at Moses Lake. Volleyball, Quincy at Othello, Toppenish at Ephrata, and Wenatchee at Moses Lake. This has been another presentation of Sideline Sports. I'm Jeff Slakey.